Now let's go to the part that I enjoy most. Questions. Do we have any questions this evening?
Under Title 25, is there any part there that that says anything about dual citizenship?
There is nothing mentioned in Title 25 regarding dual citizenship. Understand that although Native Americans are self-governing, their citizenship to their tribe applies only on their tribal lands. Other than that, they are Americans. They are Native Americans. And their rights as Americans cannot be abridged because they enjoy the protection of the Constitution.
Phil Cruz, I haven't heard everything that's beneficial with this except the three that's mentioned, which is very important. If this is so, Mr. Shocker, do you see any obstruction from any other tomorrow that's going to block this thing? And the other thing is this, was 1975 the latest ratification of that treaty? We have, is 1995 the most updated amendment of the annotated code 25?
Are you talking about Title 25?
Yes.
The most recent volume of Title 25 that I have reviewed was 2006. Okay, when you're talking about 1975, that was the ratification of the Helsinki Accord. Now, has that been amended, the Section 8 of the Helsinki Accord? Not to my knowledge. There has been no amendment to that.
Now, if this is really good, and I like what you're saying, is the pursuit of self-determination more beneficial versus this? Or do they go hand in hand? Because you said to us...
This can go hand in hand. It can go separate. Okay? It's up to us as a people how we choose to look at this and how we choose to accept or not accept. Okay, we have some members of our race, other Chamorros, who believe that the pursuit of independence is the proper course. I don't believe that they're looking at the full ramifications of independence, maybe a little self-glorification, but other than that, over 90% of the food that we consume on this island is imported. We have lost, thanks to the restructuring of our geography by World War II and the introduction of invasive species of insects and plant viruses, we have lost the ability to feed ourselves. If we were to go independent, I can tell you right now that either 90% of the people would have to leave this island or 90% of the people would starve to death.
You are the expert.
No, I'm not an expert.
And you are giving us some good information. Now, my last question is this. Let me get my chain of thought again. It just slipped. Go ahead, keep cleaning. This is lost me. Explain to me this one-shot deal. Is it based on registered voters or documentation? Why is it just one shot at this deal?
It's based on documentation, and it is a parameter of the registration process under Title 25. As a people, you have one opportunity to file for tribal status. Okay. Now, in that one opportunity, regardless of what you read in black and white, okay, you better make sure that you have A through Z covered on your registration process, okay? Which is why, as part of the process, when you first file a letter of intent with the Department of Interior, then they respond to that, okay? And at that stage, they try to educate you. Currently, Department of Interior, I'm sure you heard that one clause in there on the Chapter 8 of the Helsinki Accord, without interference. Okay, currently Department of Interior is not going to tell you what you're eligible for. It's not until you file a letter of intent that they are going to start communicating with you regarding the process. Okay, that's why I say it is better for us, it is more beneficial for us to get all of our duckies in line before we march to Washington. Okay? It is far better. I mean, truthfully,
It's one shot.
I'm pretty sure Interior would be ecstatic to register us if our documentation meets the parameters. If what's within our package meets the parameters. Okay? And that's why I say it would be better for us to do this in 2 stages. First, congressional acknowledgement. Okay, clarifying the discrepancies within Title 25. And then the registration process. Okay, let's get our duckies in order first and do it right the first time, because we only have one shot. And it would be very, very nice if for once our elected representatives stood with us as a people. Okay?
Also, Article 9, he stated that Congress has a very strong role in this, right? Do we have an advocate? Are we going to select an advocate?
Well,
At that Congress?
I read Article 9 of the Treaty of 1898 just to dispel the misinformation that is out there regarding the Treaty of 1898. Okay? The Treaty of 1898, the Treaty of Paris no longer pertains. Okay? That no longer pertains. What pertains is the Charter of the United Nations and the trusteeship agreement between the United States and the United Nations. That is what is pertinent. And the Helsinki Accord, wherein the United States reaffirms its commitment to the Charter of the United Nations, that pertains. But the Treaty of 1898, we might as well lose that from our memory because it no longer pertains. And the misinformation that was posted out regarding that treaty needs to go away, because it's not true, and we don't have time for rumors and gossip. We need to do our homework. We need to learn the laws and the language, and then evolve and move forward as a people, not sit in the background